Have you ever heard of a gold reserve so massive that ancient rulers swore it could buy the future itself? A treasure so enormous that entire nations once fought just for the rumor of its location, and then, suddenly, every trace of it vanished. What if I told you that the disappearance of this reserve wasn't a myth, but the direct result of ancient cataclysms powerful enough to rewrite entire continents? This is the story of the megagold reserve of Therion, a treasure so vast, so unimaginable, that even modern economists can't fully comprehend its scale. And today, you're about to discover why this treasure didn't just vanish. It was erased. Let's begin. Long before written history crystallized into the records we know, there existed the Therion Dominion, a powerful civilization located somewhere between the ancient Levant and the mountain ranges of modern-day Turkey. Therion wasn't known for art or warfare. No. It was known for something far more valuable: gold. Legends claim they possessed mines richer than any in recorded history, veins of gold so pure they didn't need smelting, rivers that carried gold and dust like sediment, and mountains with entire caverns plated in natural sheets of shining metal. But what made Therion unstoppable wasn't the gold they mined. It was the gold they stored. Deep beneath the citadel of Arrakar, a fortress carved straight into a cliff of black basalt, lay a vault rumored to be larger than several modern football fields combined. This vault stored the megagold reserve, an accumulation of centuries of mining, tribute, war spoils, and secret alchemy. Some claimed Therion had enough gold to collapse global markets if it ever resurfaced today. So why is it gone? Why does no treasure hunter, no nation, no scholar know where even a single bar of it lies? The answer begins with a prophecy. Therion priests believed gold wasn't just a metal. They believed it was divine, infused with the essence of celestial fire. As their reserve grew, they performed rituals, chanting that the metal pulled the heavens closer. At first, this was symbolic. But then, things changed. Ancient tablets found near the ruins of Arrakar described nights brighter than day, stars falling in clusters, and the sky tearing open. Scientists today interpret these as meteor showers, but the scale described seems impossible. One inscription reads, "When the vault swelled with the 77th seal of gold, the sky itself rejected us." Did their reserve trigger something cosmic? Or did they misunderstand natural disasters as divine punishment? Either way, what followed was catastrophic. Earthquakes, firestorms, floods, and something far stranger, a phenomenon described as the ground melting like wax. Volcanic activity? Meteoric impact? Nobody knows. But one thing is clear: the cataclysms were so intense that the entire dominion collapsed within a generation. And yet, the vault was never found. Not destroyed. Not looted. Not scattered. Simply gone. As if the earth swallowed it whole. In 1882, an Ottoman cartographer named Faruk Elias uncovered something extraordinary: a map etched onto a slab of obsidian, found in a collapsed monastery. The map showed a labyrinth of tunnels beneath Arrakar, tunnels matching ancient descriptions of the treasure vaults. But here's the strange part: the map didn't show collapse. It showed displacement. The entire megagold reserve appeared to have shifted several kilometers from its original position. As if the vault didn't merely fall. It moved. Elias wrote, "No earthquake in history could drag such mass intact across stone. If the vault moved, it was carried. But by what?" He planned an expedition. He never returned. All that remained was his journal entry describing a low hum deep in the ground, as though the vault still breathed. Researchers laughed off his claims. But they shouldn't have. Before we go deeper, if ancient mysteries, forgotten civilizations, and forbidden histories intrigue you, feel free to subscribe. I release stories every week that peel back the centuries and reveal the secrets most people never learn. And trust me, the next chapters will shock you. Now, let's return to Therion. Because something buried is trying to surface. Gold is one of the most stable elements on Earth. It doesn't corrode. It doesn't dissolve. It doesn't disappear. So how did the largest gold reserve in ancient history vanish without a trace? In 1956, a geological survey team discovered something perplexing near Mount Karath. They found veins of gold fused into volcanic glass, as if exposed to temperatures beyond anything naturally occurring. The team assumed it was an anomaly. But then they found more. And more. Eventually, they traced the patterns to something undeniable, a massive, spherical underground cavity. Artificial. Smooth. Hollow. A perfect vault. But here's where the story twists: the cavity was empty. No gold. No debris. Just scorched walls. And yet instruments detected microscopic particles of pure gold suspended in the stone, vaporized gold. For gold to vaporize, temperatures must exceed 2,800 degrees Celsius. What on earth could reach such temperatures inside a sealed vault? Volcanic magma? No, magma isn't hot enough. Meteor impact? The cavity shape makes that impossible. An ancient weapon? Unknown. Something else entirely? Maybe. But the most disturbing theory was suggested by physicist Elena Varga. What if the gold reserve didn't vaporize, but transformed? Her hypothesis? That the megagold reserve underwent a process similar to plasma induction, a state where metal becomes energy. If true, then the treasure didn't disappear. It changed form. Which leads to the next chilling discovery. In 2003, seismic researchers detected rhythmic vibrations beneath the Karath basin, pulses occurring every 41 minutes. Too regular to be natural. Too weak to classify as machinery. Too precise to ignore. A later expedition found the pulses strongest near the underground cavity. The source? A thin, spherical layer of unknown metallic residue lining the cavity walls, still radiating faint electromagnetic energy. This residue matched the signature of gold. Meaning the entire Therion reserve may now exist as a massive electromagnetic heart, pulsing beneath the earth. A literal gold-based energy core. An unintended creation. Or an engineered one. Some researchers propose the Therions were attempting to harness energy by compressing and magnetizing gold, a form of ancient proto-technology. Others believe the Cataclysms activated something unstable within the vault, turning the entire reserve into a dormant energy source that now sleeps under the mountain. But the most controversial interpretation? The Cataclysms weren't natural. They were triggered by the vault itself. Maybe the priests were right. Maybe gold did pull the heavens closer. And maybe the heavens responded. In 2019, a private exploration team drilled near the cavity, illegally. Their footage leaked online only briefly before disappearing, but copies survive. The video shows a metallic chamber with spiral markings identical to the Therion tablets. The walls emit a faint golden glow, and at the chamber's center, a swirling fog of shimmering particles hovers in place, defying gravity. Gold. Suspended. Still reacting. One of the researchers whispered, "It's alive." Moments later, the equipment short-circuited. A flash of golden light filled the chamber, the camera warped, and the feed cut out. The team resurfaced days later with severe burns, temporary blindness, and no memory of the final event. Authorities sealed the site. But one sentence from the leaked audio still haunts anyone who studies the megagold reserve: it's waking up. Waking up. As if it's not a vault. Not a treasure. But a mechanism. A mechanism built by a lost civilization. Or given to them. Epilogue: what happened to the treasure? So what really happened to the megagold reserve of Therion? Did it melt? Explode? Evaporate? Transform? Or is it still down there, shifting, pulsing, reacting, waiting for someone to uncover it again? Here's what we know: ancient descriptions match modern seismic anomalies. Cavity walls contain vaporized gold. Energy pulses continue to this day. Symbols identical across ruins, maps, and the chamber itself. Explorers experience burns and memory loss. Too much evidence lines up. Which means one of two things must be true: either Therion created something far beyond their understanding, or they found something far beyond ours. Something the earth tried to hide. Something the sky tried to destroy. Something that still hasn't finished its story. If you want to hear more legends with real-world evidence, forbidden discoveries, and mysteries that challenge everything we know about ancient history, consider subscribing. New deep dive stories are coming, and each one is stranger than the last. Until next time, stay curious. Because the past never truly disappears. It just waits beneath the ashes.